Hello, this is Suzanne Ducharme, pediatric speech language pathologist and author of the newly published book, Childhood Speech and Language Disorders. Welcome to my video series that offers an overview of each chapter of the book and provides just a small taste of what you can find within its pages. So thank you for joining us. Today's topic is Chapter 7, which is the beginning of the second part of the book. And if you watched any of the other videos earlier in the series, you know that the first half of the book is dedicated to the child and the particular issues that can come up around speech and language development. The second half of the book, starting from Chapter 7, really changes gears and begins to focus on the parent experience of having a child who has a challenge in speech and language. And this particular chapter talks about what happens when you've gotten a diagnosis of some sort. And over 23 years, and even back in my graduate school training, you hear very similar kinds of stories from parents about what it's like to be sitting in a doctor's office or a therapist's office when you are delivered with a diagnosis your child has or your child is. And oftentimes what's described is that you sort of go into a tunnel, there's a lot of white noise, you can hear people talking, but you're not processing what's being said. And it really can throw your whole world into upheaval as you try to figure out, okay, what's next? And so this particular chapter of the book takes a look at and asks you to pause and give yourself permission to tune into whatever emotions you're experiencing around getting a diagnosis, having a diagnosis, because it can be a long process. Sometimes it's as simple as you go and you get an evaluation and your child has a lisp and it's a short-term fix and everything's going to be fine, or they're a late talker and they make quick progress. But sometimes it's much more layered than that. And it's really important as a parent, and particularly as a mom, to take a minute and pause and give yourself permission to feel the things that you feel. So this chapter takes a look at what happens when you actually get a diagnosis, what can happen for you emotionally, what are some of the questions and concerns that come up. But it also looks at how your roles change, how parenting a child who has a specifically identified challenge poses uh, puts additional demands on you, and how your relationship may change with your spouse or with your parents or with your siblings. And it also takes a look at sort of how the whole family unit can respond, because, every family is different. Every family has their traditions and their belief systems. And sometimes those systems provide a lot of love and strength and support, and sometimes they provide an additional layer of challenge when you have a child who has issues. So this chapter really provides you with an opportunity to take stock of everything that has changed for you and gives you permission to just feel whatever you're feeling and then move to the next space, which is kind of getting organized and taking action and doing the things that you need to do, whether it's advocacy or whatever. But it is so important for you to have an opportunity to acknowledge how you're feeling and how this diagnosis, your child's diagnosis, may have changed things for you. So my challenge for you today is to answer the question, what has changed for you since you've suspected a problem or since you've actually gotten a diagnosis? And I encourage you, if you haven't already, to purchase the book and to read more about the process and read more about the support that's available to you. You can order the book directly from the website here. If you choose to order from the publisher, Rowman and Littlefield, you can be welcome to a generous discount to all the members of my community. I hope that if you haven't already, you will sign up to be a part of my community to get more videos and tips and strategies. And you can also send me a message directly from the website where you can ask a question or make a comment, leave a comment. I hope that you'll do that. I'm so grateful that you've joined me here today, and I hope that you'll watch the rest of the videos in the series. Thanks.